Steuben.
Steuben's.
Captain Steuben. It really does sound like Steuben.
This restaurant does not deliver to Bryantown.
Oh. We're not delivering in Bryantown.
No, we won't bring food to Bryantown.
He is living
so
too
his
far.
stomach is gonna grumble down.
I haven't thought of Billy Joel in months.
He's gonna have to settle for McD's. I'll take some fries with the side of a cheese.
And we're living here in Bryantown. All right, Jeannie, we'll start it.
All right, geez, Jeannie. Man,
We'll start
this is
it.
just for you guys. Like, relish in the fact that we're providing something for you that all those people who listen to the podcast don't get.
Yeah.
Man.
Bonus content.
That's right.
For the precious few. All right, here we go. Starting it off. PM edition begins in 3, 2, 1.
This is the morning stream, but it's not in the morning, it's at night. Tmspm.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the morning stream PM edition for Friday, July 26, 2019. We're back at it, doing it again. I'm Scott. He's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Scott.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. Kind of trying to get stuff done today. So my sisters are in full bore mode on trying to figure out what all the plans are when everyone comes to town. Mm-hmm. And so my sister Misha stopped by the house today. And got to talk to her for a while, and I ate some stinky kimchi in front of her, and she told me that it reminded her of growing up in our house when we were younger, because my brother Matt would eat kimchi all the time. Yep. So it was kind of a nice little family moment, hanging out, talking about what the rest of August looks like, which is kind of a nightmare. August is a nightmare.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Putting it out there right now. Too many things planned. We hadn't even talked about this, but I'm performing a TMS listener wedding in like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I keep forgetting to mention it. They're from Australia. They're coming all the way here. They've hired Taylor to do photography as well. So her and I are dad-daughtering it out there, and we're going to the Salt Flats where they filmed the intro to Knight Rider. And we're going to take photos out there. I'm going to perform the wedding out there. It's their parents and very few friends and stuff like that, and they've come here to do it. So I'm feeling a little pressure on that end. I'm just a little nervous.
Sure.
Just want to make that works okay for them, and I actually add to the greatness of their day and not take away from it.
Not subtract from it.
Yeah.
But this would be what, the third wedding you've officiated, or second?
This will be third.
Third.
Almost fourth. Yeah, last year I had that one that I was supposed to do during the weekend of the podcast.
Then they got cold
thing.
feet. They backed out, got in a huge fight at the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
Threw glasses at each other.
Yeah, we'll go with
stormed
that.
out.
I like that better than Scott had 104-degree fever. I think that's better.
Excellent.
But yeah, that was the week I had that horrible fever, and I just couldn't do it, and it was awful. And so it would have been 4, but this will be 3, and I'm excited.
Oh.
And,
Yeah.
and they're cool. They seem very nice
Well,
people.
if you need to get out of it, Scott, you know where to find me.
Yeah, I know right where you'll be.
You know right where I'll be.
Yeah, I know where you're going to be. Like a baked potato in the hot desert sun.
Oh yes. Red fleshy baked potato, burnt to a crisp.
Floating down, bobbing and floating down the lazy river. That's where your potato will be.
That's right. Oh, dude, don't be careful. Now you've narrowed it down to 3 places.
Giving too much away here.
Stalkers now they know where to look for me.
Yep, I know what's up. Look for Brian in Reno, everybody. Reno.
That's right, in Lake Tahoe.
Yep.
Atlantic City, everybody.
Atlantic City. Going east this time. It'll be great.
That's right. Yep. Oh, should be blast.
So we're watching a dog. It's our Kim's sister's dog. He's a little Shih Tzu thing, or she. It's a Sophie she. She's like this big. It's like the size of a bagel when she wraps herself up and hides in the couch. Tiny little dog. In dog years, she's like 80.
Okay.
She's like 14. She's getting close to end times. And
jeez.
just
I hope you don't say that to your sister.
I mean, I think they know, but she's just cranky.
You know, she's close to death. You know that, right?
She's cranky, and she's got like achy bones and limbs and stuff, and so she's always limping around. And she's not I mean, she's a sweet dog, but she's not that fun to watch. She sort of just wants to be left alone.
Sure.
And that's fine, except yesterday, I guess, while I wasn't watching, snuck downstairs and dropped a little dog duty downstairs. Just a little pellet, couple pellets this big, because she's a tiny dog. She doesn't do big ones, does little tiny ones, which is better than a big one. But still, come on there, Sophie. I know you're old enough to know better. Go outside, go to the door, get you outside.
And the problem with dogs that size, for me, is they have a little bit of Napoleon complex.
Oh yeah.
They, especially with other dogs, they think, oh, I've got to overcompensate for the fact that I'm tiny and be really aggressive with the bigger dogs and the people.
100%. That's what this dog is.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's even worse with this breed. Anyone who's had a Shih Tzu knows this. The older they get, the worse it gets. They get crankier. They get madder. I had one. Remember Daisy, my Daisy?
Yeah.
All the way up till the end there. Just a cranky old girl. And she just got crankier by the day. They get blind by the day. They just can't see anything anymore. I mean, it's kind of sad to watch them decline. The thing that doesn't decline, though, is their belief that they are king of everything.
Right, yes.
And they want to murder anyone who questions their authority.
Who gets in their way. Yeah, it's true.
F that. That sucks. But anyway, she's fine. It's fine. I just didn't want to go clean up some poo. My other dog's totally trained this way. They don't do this. They don't peep or poop anywhere but outside. They know the rule. But I've seen Boomer hold it forever. She'll hold it forever and then just whine and whine and whine. But you put her out and she'll go, and she knows not to go down.
She does the right thing. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing too. It's that unfamiliar place, whatever. I don't know the rules here. I guess I just poop.
Yeah.
Is that the deal? I'm gonna go ahead and just
here?
do it.
Do I just poo? Because I don't know this place. Okay, I'll just poo. Exactly. And the other dog, our Shih Tzu, did this toward the end. She just got cranky to the point where she didn't care. She's gonna poo where she wants to poo. She also woke up at 4:00 this morning, and Kim had to take her out and have her pee in the middle of the night. And I know dogs do this stuff sometimes, but again, you're like 14. You know the deal.
Yeah.
You know the deal.
That's frustrating.
She is sweet, though. She'll come curl up next to me while I'm reading or something, and then she's fine.
Yeah,
but,
we know a couple Shih Tzus who heavy on that first syllable. They're little shits, is what they are.
Yep.
No matter how much my aunt and uncle try to convince me that their dog is just sweet and loving and blah, blah, blah. He's nipped at Tina a couple times. He comes over and shits on our floor. You know, it's part Napoleon complex and part Shih Tzu.
Do the crazy neighbors have any animals? I've never asked that before.
Oh boy, I not told you. I know I've told you the story of the
Maybe
crazy neighbors and their animals.
I don't know.
3 cats.
Okay.
Jack, Carl, and Hubert.
Oh right, because you had to babysit them once or cat sit them.
We babysit whenever they go out of town, basically,
Right.
and it's not okay. Yeah, pop over, clean the litter box, done. Give them food, whatever. No, it is. All right, we got to go over. We have to let them out in the morning. Oh, a couple hours later, they might want to come in because it's hot. We got to let them back in. Okay, nope, they might want to go back out again. Got to let them out. Dinner, mealtime. All right, well, this cat needs special medicine that goes in their food that has to get mixed in. Now, this other cat will eat that medicine.
Okay.
So you got to separate these 3 cats all separate with their bowls. Then this cat needs relaxation medicine, like to calm them down. So you got to give this one that.
Yeah.
And then you got to give eye drops to this one. You got to give saline, jab a needle in this one's hindquarters and give it a saline fluids for like 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. They are the sweetest kitties ever, but boy, are they high maintenance.
High maintenance kitties. Yeah.
High maintenance kitties. But you know what? We do it. We love them, and
of course,
and we love their parents, and we, say, hey, we'll do it, and just don't leave so much.
No dogs though. They don't have dogs, right? No dogs.
No dogs.
Okay.
No.
That would just
but
complicate things.
our Daisy has a little crush on Jack, which is the yellow tabby.
That's cute.
I'm sorry, not Jack. Carl. Carl will come over and he'll roll around on the patio, and Daisy will whine, and then she'll go out there and she'll just want to like sniff him and bow down and like act like they want to play, but he doesn't want to play. He just wants to roll around on the patio, but she wants to play. And
are you sure that our dogs are not siblings separated at birth? I swear.
Really? Same thing that
Boomer does this.
Rainer does?
No, Rainer doesn't.
Boomer
Rainer
does.
hates cats. She wants to eat a cat.
Okay.
She hates him.
Uh-huh.
Fights him, yells at him, chases our cat all the time. Boomer, though, just wants to play and lay with the cat. And the cat loves the dog. Hates Rainer, loves Boomer. Just the weirdest relationship, and it's the exact same kind of weird behavior. That's pretty cool.
It's crazy. Weird.
And they look the
separated
same.
birth.
They look the same. They got that same kind
Yeah,
of
very similar. Yep, very similar in looks.
little German Shepherd, little mutt business.
If
all
only
that.
you would have waited and named Boomer Daisy, I would have said supernatural involvement.
Oh
I
my
would have
gosh.
claimed
Okay.
weird sort of. I would have called Sting up and said, "Hey, found your synchronicity. It's
Yeah,
right here.
there it is.
Here's your synchronicity."
Yeah. That would have been crazy. It's already crazy. We both had a Daisy at the same time. That was crazy.
It is. Yes.
But now we have a clone dog, and one is called Daisy, one is called Boomer, and together they make Boomsy.
Doomer.
Doomer. Ooh, Doomer's even better.
Doomsy.
Kind of like Boomer. Anyway.
Speaking of crazy neighbors, after the show today, I'm going next door. We are doing they do a big pizza thing every once in a while. Crazy neighbor Dave has got this pellet fire pizza oven. So it's a big metal contraption that you use outside. You fill the top with pellets and they get super, super hot. And like it's 400, 500 degrees in this thing.
What are the pellets made of? What is that?
Like some sort of, they look like, there's some sort of like super fuel because they burn through this stuff really good. Okay. They do. They kind of look like ratchers. They kind of look like food that you give a rabbit. But yeah, they are compressed. Yeah, okay, they're compressed wood with like some sort of binding agent to keep them together.
Here we go.
Like sawdust thing.
They're literally called pizza oven pellets. I'd never heard of these before. Okay.
Yeah,
Learned
and this
something
thing
new.
gets that oven like 500 degrees. So you put your little pizzas in there, and you basically make like little, almost personal pizza size pizzas. Put whatever you want on them. Pop it in there. 2 minutes later, they're done. Like puffed up, crispy on the outside, really, really good.
That sounds fantastic.
So you've kind of got to be quick, and you've got to have the next pizza ready to go. So it's almost like a half an hour of assembly line work, an hour of assembly line work, getting all these pizzas ready, and then just popping them in, quick. All right, So I made my own pizza dough to take over there as well, because Dave does his thin, crispy crust. I like a big, fluffy crust, and so we make a couple different kinds of crust.
I'm with him on the thin crispy. I love crispy crust.
I do too, but the crust I make is like a honey oregano. This stuff is good, and it's like you find yourself craving just the crust after you're done with the pizza.
Huh. Says it even adds a wood fire taste to these little pellets.
It does, yeah.
Interesting. I've
It's a
never
really
heard
cool
of
thing.
this.
Yeah, these pizza ovens, these wood-fired or wood pellet pizza ovens are just amazing. They crank out the heat, and they do such a great job.
Are they? Do they always have this? I'm looking at one by a company called Uni. Is it the kind they have? Is Uni?
Let me see.
UNI? It's UUNI.
UUNI. Might be.
It's a silver thing. They also sell a 12-inch pizza maker thing that's different.
I'll take a look here at the.
It looks,
are you looking on Amazon? Or,
no, I'm actually at pizzaovenpellets.com, which it looks like it's a UK thing, but I wondered if maybe they were.
Oh, there it is right there. That's exactly what it looks like.
Huh.
Kind of like this, this silver thing with 4 legs on it and a big pipe going up the top.
Big old, what do you call it? Exhaust pipe or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Vent. That's actually where you fire the photon torpedoes and take out the whole thing and then fly away.
500 quid for that thing. That's not cheap.
Not cheap. No, I mean, there's one here that's $299, and it's funny. It's OONI. So either a off-brand that, or just a different name and a different. Oh no, Ace just has it wrong. Like the picture they shows UUNI. Yeah, that's exactly it too.
Oh, those are it. Yeah.
That UUN. That little UUNI, by the way, is a little window into the oven, so you can kind of see the fire and everything inside there.
That's cool. This is a blast. I'm jealous of what you're doing tonight.
Yeah, I'll take some photos as we're pulling pizzas out, and you can see.
Yeah. Are you gonna your crust that you made? Is it Weight Watchers friendly, or what's your plan?
Nope.
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 Sometimes you just gotta let it go. I get it.
It's a matter. Yeah, Fridays turned into kind of cheat day, and then I'm back on the wagon by Thursday. But
that's a long day.
It's a long day, a long cheat day. No, I'm usually back on the wagon by Sunday, and usually like with some exercise and stuff on Saturday to kind of balance Saturday and Sunday to balance things out.
So
But
it says here on Amazon the highest selling one is one called the Napoli wood fire and gas outdoor grill oven pizza unit thing.
the Napoli. It's the Napoli, Scott.
249. That's not too bad.
Now I'm looking. Oh yeah, it doesn't have the big old stovepipe up the top though.
No.
Interesting.
I wonder how it, I mean, I wouldn't know what to trust. I would probably trust Dave's opinion. He probably has some opinion, right? He probably does research.
Really, all you need is all you want is something that is going to deliver hot, even heat on the pizza. But that is interesting that all these other ones I see have the pipe, the chimney, the chimbley.
That one doesn't.
And that one has no chimbley.
There's 2 or 3 that don't have it. And I also, from what I can tell, they all use those same pellets.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to, you could just get some generic pellets and not worry about it.
Exactly.
All right, now you got me all thinking about a cool thing for Kim's birthday or something. Because Kim would love something like this. She would love to do this.
Yeah. And it's fun. It's fun to have people over and everybody gets to prep a pizza the way they want it with their ingredients, but everybody tries everybody else's pizza. And I mean, she does this kind of thing with the taco bar already. This would kind of be the pizza extension of the taco bar.
Oh, I love the taco bar. Actually, we're supposed to eat with the kids tonight. Maybe that's what we'll do tonight is the taco bar. I'm going to go talk her into it after this. I'm going to taco her into it. Oh, gosh. That joke just needed to be told. All right.
Well done. Well done.
Very well done. Speaking of well done, Dan, the tabletop man.
Yes.
He's going to, he's under a different name. Gosh dang it. Geek Chalk Block.
He's under Larry Petrukowitz.
Close. Very close.
Delran, New Jersey.
Almost nailed it. But as you know, we kind of have an annual tradition with Dan, a pre-Gen Con look at what we might be interested in coming up at Gen Con this year. And so we are going to find out what that'll be. But first, I'll play this.
That was great!
Nope, that's not him. Let's try it again. There it is.
Be careful. May cause drowsiness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. Dan, the tabletop man, all the way from...
I was starting to wonder where you got that soundbite of my wife.
Yeah, it's sounds a lot like her, eh?
Easily excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
I usually have more than one thing for everybody who's on the show, but I think I only have you recorded one time. I've got one clip of you, and it's that. Or maybe what's this?
Maybe he is a leprechaun.
Nope.
It's definitely not him.
Nope. That's the only 2 Dans I have. Or in this one.
Be careful.
Whoops, wait, this one.
It's all.
Nope.
That was great!
Yeah, that.
That's a good one.
Dan on
Why
his,
does that say? Why is that attributed to Dan? What creates a DAN in that file?
It says. Oh, I see why it says that was great, and the person who did it was Fern Gordon, and there's a Dan at the end of Gordan. That's
gotcha.
Hey, you want to know why somebody might do that?
Why?
Might say. So we talk often about, and I'm surprised you only have a couple, one thing of me, as much as we talk about penises and erections and everything else. That's the only thing you have.
Seems like you give us so much content and we're not capturing it. Yeah.
So we talk about Viagra a lot, and people are often wondering about Lady Viagra.
Oh yeah,
like that.
That's a real thing.
So there
right?
is actually a tablet.
I hear
out there,
Natalie Portman is going to be playing Lady Viagra coming up next year.
Yeah,
part of Phase 5, baby. Woo!
That's phase 69.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see where we're going. That sounds good. So wait, tell me about this, because I had always heard that there was such a thing, but why do they?
Well, I don't know much
it?
about the tablet. So my wife, she actually works in a compounding pharmacy.
Yeah.
And they make a thing that's called Scream Cream.
Okay. All right.
So
okay.
It's interesting because it's got 5 or 6 different things of both RX, prescription and over the counter. And a couple of the things are
cayenne pepper, Scotch bonnet.
No, these are all actually things that are kind of blood flow enhancers and vasodilators that all go into a cream. So a couple of the meds are used a lot of times for asthma, and one of the meds that's actually in it is used for heart conditions to open up the blood vessels around the heart and just gets more blood flowing to the heart. To keep away the angina and stuff like that. So when you put all this stuff into a cream, it throws all the blood and blood flow to that area.
right down there, right down there in the angina. I know where that is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to PM, everybody.
It's something that Dolores may want to use a little
Sure.
bit with the blood flow enhancer and vasodilator.
I get
So,
you.
yeah,
I didn't
and-
realize that
and
would help
apparently-
them. That seems good. Right?
Scott
And there
just
she is.
spilled
There's
on
a-
himself.
there-
He's so
I
excited.
did spill on myself. Sorry. Keep
And
going.
apparently, from as much as it sells, apparently it works really well, and they can tell when the recipe might be a little off, as opposed to not 100%.
But it's not the same stuff, though. This is a different chemical, different thing, different everything, right? It's not
Well, this
just...
is it's compounded, so there's a bunch of different things. So it's only a little bit. It's not enough. Like I said, where the blood pressure medicine and stuff like that, it's not enough of that to really affect you systemically. It's more, and also since it's a topical cream that you have to apply at certain times, that
Yeah.
that it's only going to affect that area, and not for a long period of time either.
I can't wait till they're a sponsor, by the way. You know that, if we got Blue Chew, we got to get Scream Cream at some
Yeah,
point as a
Scream
sponsor.
Cream.
I actually don't even think Scream Cream's a brand name. I think since the compounding places do it, it's just kind of a recipe. Like there's butt cream and magic mouthwash, and these are all kind of recipes for things that are just kind of widely known in pharmacy. And I'm sure there's probably
Hold
a
on.
huge list that they have at the compound.
Magic mouthwash? What is that? Tell me about
So
this.
magic mouthwash is a combination of it's got nystatin. There's a bunch of different recipes, but Duke Magic Mouthwash is basically nystatin, hydrocortisone, and Benadryl. So you use this mouthwash when you have a lot of thrush, or also in the ulcers in the mouth. And a lot of times people that are on chemo and other things like that get a lot of those mouth ulcers will use magic mouthwash. And there's a couple other recipes that have it that are out there for it as well.
So if this, so for real though, okay. So when you say thrush, it's people with like that horrible white tongue business they got going on there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that too. Yep.
So-
Because that's what the steroids for, the hydrocortisone.
Okay, and then so this is like a compound. I had no idea. This is like finding out that there's a secret menu at In-N-Out. You know what I mean? Like, can I go into the plate? Can I go into the pharmacy and go? Yeah, give me the freaking animal style,
take,
whatever.
Give
me
me
get a
jungle
side of
style
Scream
magic
Cream. Let me-
mouthwash.
Let me get some of the magic mouthwash with a side of Scream Cream, please.
Yeah, please. That sounds.
No,
like
but if you ever do have, if you have chronic ulcers, or if you're having a little bit of thrush, a lot of people that, also people that use certain inhalers, a lot of the steroid inhalers, if they don't rinse their mouth out with warm water afterwards, you can get thrush from that as well.
Okay. Well, I think
Because steroids help things overgrow.
I found a clip of a lady who has used the Scream Cream. Would you like to hear it? You wanna
Sure,
hear it?
go for it.
Okay, here you go.
Can you hear me?
No, that's not it. Hold on.
That's butt cream.
Is it this
Play
one?
the one you played to introduce Dan.
That's why you ladies should take the very
No, it's a better one than that. I can't find it now. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
No.
You couldn't do that before.
You've improved on perfection.
Okay, that's not it. How about this? No, I can't find it. How about this one? There it was. That's the one I was looking for.
There you go. I just figured you were getting Meg Ryan for us.
I don't have that one. I never capped it.
Those of you playing TMS Bingo, that was soundboard roulette.
I mean, we
this is
do-
the space soundboard roulette.
We have the new bingo deal. BioCow, if you're in there today, should post that in there so people can get.
He
the-
actually did. It's
did
and
he?
for people playing at home, because you can play at home, it's biocow.com/TMS bingo, with the B in bingo is the only capital letter in that whole thing. So
All right.
biocow.com/TMS bingo, capitalize the B, leave everything else.
Nice.
Well,
Looks like
it is.
Nightbot's
And
got
people-
one as well. Sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead.
and does it on Nightbot? Okay.
It
so
just
there you
barely
go.
showed up when you were talking. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now people who listen at home can play as well, because no matter when you listen to our show, you can play bingo.
yeah, I like it. Hey Dan, we have a tradition on the show.
Yes,
where
we do.
you come on the show and you kind of rapid fire style, although take any time you need, but however you'd like to do it, you like to give us a preview of what's happening at Gen Con. Mainly it's like, okay, here are the titles that we're expecting that people are excited about, maybe a couple of dark horses, and then you're going to go. And then the other tradition is when you're back, you'll give us like, hey, here's what was really rad at the show. So it's got this like two-pronged approach, which I always enjoy. So let's dive in. Give us your, do we always have a set number? I can't remember how we do this.
So it's usually I usually either 4 or 5 minutes on the clock. I'm going to go through these two top 11 to try and top 11 to buy for Gen Con, and I'll tell you if you bought all of them how much it would be.
Okay.
So also, if anything sounds interesting, you let me know when we're done. I'll try not to go too fast. But I'm going to go fast enough where we don't take up too much time.
All right. Go for it.
All right, boys.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? 5 minutes on the clock?
Let's go 5 minutes on the clock.
Okay, ready,
All right.
and hold on. I'm gonna actually do it. Hold
And
on.
remember, these two
I
might not know a
was
lot
gonna
about
do
them
it
because they're a lot
Set
of them are
an
just
alarm for
demos.
5
These are all just to demo the tries, and the buys are ones that are actually available. So there's not a whole lot of information on them to try. But we're good.
Gotcha.
Yep, ready,
We're good.
and go.
All right, number 11 is Sleeping Gods. This is from Red Raven Games and Ryan Lockett. This is a hand management storybook time. It's a type game. It's a co-op game. Really, really good. I don't really have a whole lot of information, but I'm looking forward. He's got a great art. Super Fantasy Brawls, number 10. This is a MOBA. Scott, you would love this. It's a MOBA in a way on a board where you just pick up 3 miniatures and you just go at it. Awesome. Number 9, Arch Ravelry. Apparently Ravelry is something about knitting. So anyway, Arch Ravelry, it's like Santa's Workshop in knitting, but it looks like you get resources and you put crap together and you sell it. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Number 8, Stormvault. Stormvault Games Workshop. This is a co-op adventure game from Games Workshop. They're known for Warhammer, so they have great minis. This is a kind of a family co-op game. Number 7, Nemesis. This is kind of like Aliens. It's a crazy, overdone, excessive. I can't wait to check it out. It's
Wait,
an
aliens, like
campaign
when you
game.
say excessive, like bloody, violent, excessive?
No, like way too much crap in the box. Like
Oh,
a million
okay.
miniatures,
Oh.
and the box is going to be like one of these coffin boxes. It's
Okay.
gonna be huge.
All right, I'm in.
Number 6, Arceus. This is by Antoine Bauza, Ludovic Montblanc. It's a little dungeon crawl in this little box. It just looked interesting. I watched a freaking 5-minute video in French just to see what it was like. So it looks interesting.
Man.
Number 5, Terra Mara. This is just from Akatoka. Anybody out there that knows anything about who Akatoka is, it's a collection of Italian designers that do a lot of really rad stuff with mechanisms. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I want to check it out. Number 4, holy crap, Scott and Brian, you guys are old like me. Do you remember the Dark Tower from the 80s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Video game with the big thing.
With the
Return
thing in
to
the
the
middle?
Dark Towers. Yes, with the thing in the middle. Restoration Games is putting it out. I'm going to try to demo it when it's out there. Hopefully it'll be out sometime next year.
What?
But oh my god.
Everyone loves that. That's the thing everybody remembers and loves.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So number 3, Toy Story, Obstacles and Adventures. This is kind of like the Harry Potter deck building game, but it's going to be for Toy Story. So it's a very introductory deck building game, but it's co-op. You can play it with your family. You're going to play over 6 different kind of movies or scenarios. So it looks pretty good. Number 2, Domination Road to Civilization. This is freaking crazy. It's this big Civ game, but you use these little triangle dominoes, and you're putting these little dominoes on the board, and you're creating a little civilization. You have this little flow chart and kind of all your technologies and crap that you're using. Amazing. Looks really, really good. It's huge. Again, excessive and huge, but I love it to death. Number 1, Mystery House Adventures in a Box. This is from Cranio Creations. Same thing as the Akatoka, where it's the Italian designers. This looks awesome. It's a little box. You put these cards in there, and it's like an escape room in a box, but it's co-op. You're going to be looking. You're going to be using your phone to put the light in there to see little clues on the side of the box. Looks really, really cool, and it's going to be out there, again, from Cranio Creations. It'll be coming out this fall. To buy. Here we go to top 11 to buy. Number 11, Dragon Scales. This is from Arcane Warriors and from Richard Lanius. I love King Lanius. He's the greatest. This is going to be a real good little adventure game where you're kind of rolling dice and allocating dice. It's got some co-op to it. It's got some stabby in the back. Got a little bit of everything. Number 10, Old West Empresario by Tasty Minstrel Games. This is a obviously set in the Old West. You kind of little card game where you're rolling dice and you're making your little town. That one's going to be $60 by Tasty Minstrel Games.
Scott on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it looks really good too, and it's not it's not too hard to learn either. It's pretty light. Number 9, Era Medieval Age. This is from Plan B and Eggert Spiel. $70. This is a kind of a roll and build where it kind of has it took a roll through the galaxy. Anyway, takes an older game, makes it again, but you're rolling your dice and you're making your little kingdom right there. You roll in the dice 2 or 3 times, and you can actually affect other people with plague and stuff like that. It's really cool. I got to play this one at Origins, was good. Number 8, this is another one where it's from that same company that's doing Return to Dark Tower. It's from Restoration Games, called Unmatched Battle of Legends. It's kind of a 2-player game. It takes there was a Star Wars Duels or something like that, Epic Duels from Star Wars. They're re-implementing that, and in the base game you have things like Medusa versus King Arthur. There's also who is it? Oh my God, Disney.
Oh, Disney thing.
Maleficent.
With Cheshire Cat.
Oh, Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. All right, so you're gonna have Alice in Wonderland. You have all these different. They also have Bruce Lee is going to be in this game. So you're going to be taking Robin Hood and Bigfoot. You're going to be taking all these IPs and fighting one-on-one with each other. So really, really looks cool.
That's cool.
Was that number
7, Las Vegas.
Oh, sorry. Keep going. My thing rang, but keep going. Go.
Oh, I probably went a little bit too long, but all right,
I
I want to get a few
stalled you
more
a couple times.
Yeah.
Number 7, Las Vegas Royale. This takes Vegas, which is the dice game. Oh my God, one of the best kind of family games there is, but it's a newer implementation, a little bit better of a production value, and it also has the expansion in there. A nice little dice trade. It's a nice wooden dice trade. It's going to be in there. It's going to be $50 from Aaliyah. Number 6, Tales of Glory. Kind of talked about this with Origins. This is a tile laying game where you're kind of a medieval fantasy tile laying game where you're fighting different monsters and you're trying to get your magic and your battling up. Looks really, really good. I really like this one. $45 from Ankama. Number 5, Crown of Amara. This is Pegasus Spiel. Scott, don't even think about this one. This is way too heavy for you.
Okay.
Brian, maybe, but this is kind of got double rondelles. It's a heavier weight Euro, but it is awesome. I got to play it as well, but it's really, really good. Number 4, Medium. This is one that we're going to do in a couple of weeks when I come back. We're going to play a little bit of this because this was, I kind of mentioned this a year ago. This is going to be the best party game and family game for the next few years. It's by Dice Hate Me and Greater Than Games. Medium, it's just kind of a card game. It kind of reminds me of Codenames, but even a little bit better than that. Number 3, DC Comics, DC deck building game Rebirth. This is from Cryptozoic. About $45. This is a co-op game where kind of re-implements everything into a nice co-op feel. It's got a little bit of difficulty to it, which is really good. This is a really fun game with the DC license. I got to play this one as well. It's really good. Number 2, Reavers of Midgard from Grey Fox. It takes the Champions of Midgard game and kind of it's an expansion, not an expansion. It's a like kind of the next generation of that, where you're kind of plundering, you're going out raiding the different other, you're Norse mythology Vikings, and you're raiding the countryside. Dice, it's got dice cards, a little bit of Ameritrash, really, really good. And number 1, Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North. This is from Portal Games. It's going to be $60 in booth 2443. They also have a roll and write that you should check out as well. But Empires of the North re-implements Imperial Settlers and kind of streamlines it a little bit and gives you a little bit more factions. This is going to be a great game. Check it out at the Portal booth. You may want to get there on day 1 if you're going to be going to Gen Con because it's going to sell out pretty quick.
That was some rapid fire business. Now, here.
All that for the low, low price of $610.
Oh, man. So I actually have a question about every once in a while you'll make a note or when you're telling us about a game, either when we rapid fire them or even when we're just talking about a weekend recommendation, where you'll say, now it's got tons and tons of parts to it, tons of stuff in there, lots of rules. Where do you land on that? Like, are you one of those tabletop gamers where you're like, oh, the more the rules, the more the pieces, the more the shit I got to learn, the better it is? Or are you one of those guys who's like, I need to slow it down, guys, give me a little less?
Well, it kind of depends on what type of game it is, but I'm kind of like, let's just say I'm like 3/4 there, because there are some games that are complex for complexity's sake, and that drives me insane. Like there's rules upon rules upon rules, and it's just too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I love complex Euro games too. There's a time and place for everything, but I want to play, when I'm playing a Euro game, I want to play an hour and a half. The Euro games are the ones where there's a little bit less randomness. You're kind of getting resources and turning it into stuff. These are the games that I think, Scott, you'll really like if you had somebody to teach you and you didn't have to worry about reading the rules. And I'm almost certain Brian would love almost all the good Euro games out there. Yeah. Just kind of that good meaty feel to it.
Yeah.
I don't know, because there is oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You had me at the Vegas Rail. Is that one that you mentioned?
Las Vegas Royale.
Okay, I was like looking. So I was thinking it was like a Ticket to Ride, but you're joining casinos with monorail or something.
Oh, that would be good too. We might have to make that.
How cool would that be? Yeah, Ticket to Lose. But Las Vegas Royale, and then Medium. I've been looking that one up. I want this. This looks awesome.
It's so good.
Yeah, so
good.
So it looks like, all right, so you and your partner, or you play 2 cards, and they'll have like astronaut and cheese.
Yeah,
the 2 words on the card.
So you'll play 1 card. You'll have a hand of cards. So what I'm gonna do next time we get together, I actually have a demo deck that they gave me, but I don't have it handy. But if I was to give, all right, so here we go. So Brian's gonna play the word moon.
Okay.
All right, and Scott would have a hand, and he would play the word crater.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
Those
I screwed that up.
Too similar. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I was supposed to? Scott was supposed to play hole because that's more up Scott's alley. So moon and hole, and then you guys would go 3, 2, 1.
And we both say crater at the same time, or Scott would say butthole.
Yeah, butthole.
Butt.
Yeah.
Well, he might say hole. He would probably say butt. Right.
He would say butt because moon and butt. And
all right. Right. So if you said butt, all right. So let's just say you said butt, and Scott said, Scott said butt, and you said crater. All right. So Scott, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So you said butt.
I said butt.
So now you have those 2 words. Now both you guys think of what would be the medium to there, and I'm gonna give you a second, and I'm gonna count it down.
Between butt and crater.
Between
Yeah,
butt
so
and crater.
between butt and crater.
Okay.
All right, you guys good?
Yeah. No, hold
And
on.
then he's going to count down to 3. He's going to do a 3, 2, 1. So
Okay,
don't
I
do
got
it. Don't
it.
say
I got it.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, and Brian, you got one?
I got one.
All right. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and then you guys say the word at the same time. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Pockmark.
Couch.
All right. So then,
Yeah,
and the
that makes
third,
sense, right? That makes sense.
so and you try to try to make it something that your partner would actually guess. You're not trying to fool the other person. You're trying to get them together.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right. Oh, that's
so now the
great.
last time. So you do this 3 times. You guess 3 times. So now the last one would be couch and pockmark.
Oh my gosh.
Now I don't
Wow.
know what in the hell you would guess for this one.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe
But,
we
but anyway, so
should.
usually in all the words, there's a whole bunch of different words and different categories in the box. You take 3 of the categories. And what's really cool about this, so
Wow.
picture this. So Scott and Brian, you guys are sitting across from each other.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting across, let's just say I'm sitting across from Hokkaido.
Okay.
And so the way the game works is you don't just do it like the old rules. And when we were just testing it, you were just playing with the person across from you. But the way the new rules work, you get kind of everybody involved and there's less downtime. So actually, Brian, you would go with me first. And then after we went, I would turn and go with Scott because he's on my
Gotcha.
left. And then
Right.
Scott would go with Hawk.
Okay.
And then Hawk would go with Brian,
Okay.
and that's how you kind of go around the table. And it's just, the way, depending on how you take the 3 decks, you put them together, you shuffle these 3 lightning cards in the bottom. That's how you have like a timer. But these are the type of games where you don't really care who wins. It's just the fun of
It
doing.
sounds like
Right,
you know what? This
exactly.
sounds like one I would totally enjoy. Just that little
Yeah.
experiment between us made me want to play it.
Yeah,
So-
totally. That sounds
Yeah.
like a
Well,
blast.
when I come back, I'll have the box and we'll play around with it with actual card. I'll put a couple cards out for you guys and see how you do there.
Yeah, that'd be
but
fun.
it's such a great family. I mean, it's a party game, so I think this is going to be one that's going to storm. It's going to take the world by storm. how
So do
good
you
it is.
drive there and do you load a car up and take a bunch of games home? Like, how's this work for you? Do you do that?
So yes, I fly to Origins
Yeah.
just because I don't buy a whole lot of stuff. But Gen Con, like the main reason why I go to Gen Con is because the Gamers for Cure is my 24-hour board game marathon. I go there, and on Sunday, a lot of publishers will just load me up with donations.
Yeah.
So I'll just throw them in the back of the truck and bring them back for that. But I also go and I buy way too many stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure. I
Zip the
totally
wipe.
believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
As if she can't see
Yeah.
me or hear me, but she knows I buy way
She's
too
over
much
there
stuff.
wagging her finger at you like this. She did this.
Yeah. But I do get we get a lot of stuff for review too, so I can't really I can't say it all that much. I do
Sure.
spend some money, but we do get a lot of stuff for review for the show.
Yeah,
so
that's what when
good,
people
too.
say when
It's your
people
job.
people tease me about the size of my Steam library. I'm like, guys, most of these are codes. Like, I don't pay for all these games. It doesn't work that way. But I look
Now
at your
listen.
room back there. Look at that room, Brian. Like, that's
I know,
ridiculous.
I know, all those
Well,
board
and that's
games on
and
the wall.
this is all because the room is bad, and this is all because all that stuff right there is all charity stuff.
Yeah.
Because I used to have a place to store my charity stuff, but my parents moved. They had a second house down here, and they sold it, so now I had to put all my charity stuff back here. So that's all that is. But there's actually to my left, there's about 4 different things we got from IKEA. I got a bunch of shelves from IKEA that are all filled with games. Let me see if I can do
Yeah,
this without
tip us
killing
up.
you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, go over there. That's fine. Oh,
Oh,
good lord.
getting dizzy.
Oh, look
Oh,
at all
dizzy.
that. So much
That's
more. Man,
That's cool.
You're just
Yeah.
you have enough for a store, dude. You could just be a
Oh,
store.
yeah.
Kidding.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
insane. I've got and what's funny also is there's a big thing. Yeah, she says I'm crazy. Yeah, she's right. So there's a closet in the hallway that I have a bunch of games. That's kind of like purgatory. I've kind of got my co-host on the show calls it an A team shelf, a B team shelf, and purgatory.
Right. These
That's
are
kind
the ones
of I
like,
got
I'm not
purgatory in the
sure.
hallway.
I don't think I would ever play this one again, but I don't want to get rid of it just in case
Yeah,
we
I know.
need it.
Yeah.
It's a sickness, man.
I understand.
Listen,
It's-
Dan.
you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
You and we're going to make a lot of money. We're going to make that Ticket to Ride Las Vegas Casinos edition.
Oh
And,
my gosh, dude.
I think it makes itself, right?
I'm surprised
yeah.
they haven't done it. Like, why is that not
I
already
Googled
a thing?
it really quick to see, and nobody's done anything like that. We had to
It's
come
like
up with
we'll
a
call
new
it like
name.
Monorail Vegas. or
Yeah,
something
you just
like
have
that.
to you just have to rip it off a little bit, iterate on it, and
That's right.
forget they'll never hear this where we're conspiring.
No, never in a million years.
Yeah,
So as long
this-
as and that's what's weird about that's the good but the bad of the board game industry. It doesn't matter as long as you don't use their art assets. You can't really you can't trademark mechanisms.
Huh.
Sure.
So,
Oh, really?
I mean,
okay.
Sure. I mean, you'll have a bad name in the industry, but if you do kind of grab the same kind of mechanisms, but you elaborate on it, and you evolve the game a bit,
Yeah.
more power to you. People-
Yeah.
they
I've
don't care.
got the perfect name for it too. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Monorail ticket to ride the monorail.
Wow. Wow. You should advertise that on Instagram and
Right?
Facebook.
Yeah,
and
that might get us a little
Monorail-
bit of trouble. There's probably a trademark on the middle part, but
On the
yeah.
other words, ticket to ride. You think?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that might get you in
ticket
trouble.
maybe to ride.
Ticket maybe
Or
to
she's gotta
ride.
we'll do. Oh well, we might get in trouble when she's got a ticket to ride the
Yeah,
monorail.
now we're getting sued from two directions. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
You got to do like me. I took inspiration for this card game I'm almost done with from an
Yeah.
ancient game you'd play with just a regular face card deck, like a poker deck. That's not copywritten, that nobody knows who wrote it. This thing was like being played in the late 1800s or something. It's just like a thing you either knew about it or you didn't. And I took that core concept and went, all right, that's cool and all, but what if it had space rocks in it? And I just took it to like 8 new directions, and now it's hardly recognizable as the thing I got the idea from. So that's all you got to do, Brian. You just got to take it and go, all right, we got
Mangle it up.
hookers,
Exactly.
casinos, card flippers. Boom, there's your ticket to ride Las Vegas. Done.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll 3D print it so it's like 3-dimensional. So it's actually, you connect some of the buildings with like monorails that go from like the 5th floor of this building to like the 12th floor of this other building. So
Yep.
they can crisscross each other at
Perfect.
like different
Nice.
levels.
Perfect.
Yeah, and we can block off some of those casinos we don't want to go to.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
right.
you block them off, and that
Circus,
player is
circus.
just screwed.
Yep.
Exactly. Oh, you drew the circus card. You're stuck. You automatically lose.
You're in the worst part of the strip. Enjoy. All right. Well, this is great. And you're gone. Let's see. That's this coming weekend.
Yeah, I leave on Tuesday. We drive up to Indianapolis, so I'll be gone next weekend.
Okay. So we will, the following weekend, we'll do a little catch up and kind of see how things went for you, as
Yeah,
we
man.
always do. Before we cut you loose, is there anywhere people should be watching for coverage of this thing or anything else you want to
Yeah,
mention?
so you can find me on Twitter at GeekJockBlog. If you want to hear even more games, I think we covered probably about 80 games or so on the Geek All-Stars in the last show. We do the top 11 to try and buy, which was a little different than my list. And also there's 2 people on the show with me that you can hear their list as well. And this Sunday will be episode 2 of Pair of Docs.
Whoa.
If you'd like to tune in on Twitch,
Yeah.
7 p.m. on Sunday night, you get to tune in. We still don't have, we're still working out as far as the VODs and kind of the podcast stream, but we'll have that up soon. But this Sunday live, Pair of Docs hosted by Bridget.
That's so cool. I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, me too. It's going to
It'll
be
be
good. I heard a lot about it. Can't wait. All right, dude. Take it easy. Have fun. Have a safe trip out there, and don't spend all your money. And your wife's awesome.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you later. Bye. All right. Well, we've done that.
We are going to have to talk to Dan about letting his wife have a bowl of yogurt during the recording of TMSPM with her loud spoon and bowl combo. But
yeah. Did you hear that
but,
tinkling around over there? I did.
I did. Yeah.
Here, is that how we're gonna do things? Okay. Hold on.
That's how we're going to do it.
I got me a cup here. I'm gonna start doing this, making noises. That makes my dog run. By the way, if I do this, Rainer will run away.
Of course. Oh, run away?
Yeah,
Really?
she hates
like
it.
not run towards the potential food?
Nope, she'll run away. She can't do fork on. Excuse me, fork
Bless
on. What's this made out of? Porcelain. Thank you, porcelain. Yeah, she can't do it.
Oh, Dan, I'm totally kidding, dude. I was.
Oh,
just,
yeah,
like,
we're
trying to
joking.
pick on-
Total
Yeah.
dude. She is allowed.
He's like in there apologizing about the spoon. Come
no,
on, man.
she could walk
silly.
up. Listen, what she could do. She could literally walk up to the camera, smear it on your face, poke your left eye, and run, and we'd still be fine. We don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't care.
Exactly.
All right, let's get to the TMS thing we do, which has this thing attached to it. Oh gosh, I can't find it. Here it is. Whoops, nope. Hold on. Here we go.
And you can always follow me on Twitter.
Energy Secretary Steve Perry. Sorry, Rick Perry. Letting us know it's time for your tweets.
Change the pronouns. Change the pronouns a little bit on that one.
I don't know why that's the song I always think of too. When someone says Journey or Steve Perry, I go to that one, and it's not even their best song, not even close.
Well, the problem is that I normally go to Oh Sherry because Steve Perry solo did that
right.
one.
Yeah.
That's one that Pineda can't touch, right? Because it's a Steve Perry solo song.
Now you got me down a rabbit hole. There was a B-side he sang way back in the day. Solo songs. I'm going to see if I can find this and see if you have it or know of it, because I loved this song. Like, loved this song so
Are you
much.
sure it was a solo and it wasn't like, was it from that same album?
I probably, but I swear it was like a B-side on some tape single.
Yeah.
Is where I found it. Let's see. Was that the one called Traces? Was that the album?
Probably.
Crap. Or is that the new one? No, that's 2018. That's new.
Oh, wow. Steve Perry putting out new material.
I need to find this because I can't find it. I loved this song. I just loved this song, and I played it all the time, and I had a girlfriend, and it was kind of our song. Let's see, solo albums. And I haven't heard it in like 20 years, so I want to hear it. So I got, Oh, Sherry, Don't Fight It, I Believe, She's Mine, Strung Out, Foolish Heart. No.
Foolish heart, heed my warning. Stop before you start falling.
Is it If Only for the Moment, Girl? No. I don't remember.
The fact that I'm able to pull up, the Wikipedia entry lists my Harmony, Makes No Difference, Don't Tell Me Why You're Leaving, or If Only for the Moment, Girl as bonus tracks.
It might be that one. I'm gonna have to go listen to it after the show. Well, maybe I'll just look it up now, just real for fun. This won't hurt anybody, right? We're not hurting anybody.
No, won't hurt anybody. I mean,
all right.
you know,
what's it called?
YouTube
Sorry,
might not approve.
What was it again? Something.
Harmony?
No, the name of the song that you just said that was
If Only for the Moment,
yeah.
Girl.
If Only for the Moment, Girl. Okay, I'll only play a titch so that YouTube can bite me.
Sure.
Missing persons.
That's all it'll take for YouTube to bite you is a titch.
That's true. If Only for the Moment, Girl. That's what I typed. Oh, okay. Richard Goldman. Oh, Steve Perry. Here we go. All right, let's see if this is it. If Only for the Moment, Girl. Oh, it's not in here. It's the one song they don't have on here.
Oh, really? Play Don't Tell Me Why You're Leaving, because that's the B-side to Oh Sherry.
All right, I'll try it. Nope, not it.
Nope. By the way, If Only for the Moment, Girl was the second track from the USA for Africa album, We Are the World. So probably not that one.
Oh, yeah, not that.
Maybe Makes No Difference?
Maybe.
No. Let's try...
that one's also blocked out.
Try Harmony.
Harmony. Skip it. No, it's not it.
No? Okay.
Damn it! I'm going to find it.
All right.
But I was so into it that I couldn't stop back in the day. I would listen to it over and over. I loved it. And I didn't really even like his solo album very much, but I loved that song, whatever that was. All right.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Let's do... let's do the...
that needs to be a bingo square. I don't know how you spell it, everybody, but that needs to be a bingo square.
Microphone. All right. I hate the new Twitter layout so much.
The sound that the guy made in the backseat of my car when I on the ride right before the drug deal.
Oh, right. There's a little ASMR for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we go. TMS Mashup says, Scott and Brian, you are now A-list celebrities. What are the must-have items in your rider?
Oh, I like this. Before we can appear. All right.
Before I go on stage in, I don't know, Iowa, what do I have to have on my rider? Brian, do you have one that you jump to?
Here's one for absolutely sure. So in around holiday time, the Wonka Candy Company makes holiday flavored gobstoppers.
Oh, yeah,
and
they do.
The red ones are like manna from heaven. Those are like the best ones. White's okay, greens meh, and all three flavors are better than the usual gobstopper colors.
Yeah.
If you probably can't see, but well, I can hold it up.
Do you have it there?
In my Death Star.
Oh yeah.
So it's a Death Star gumball machine with with like a little stormtrooper that pumps these things out. I've got only Christmas gobstoppers. So Christmas gobstoppers would be in my rider. No green ones.
Okay. That's hilarious. So wait, are the gobstoppers the same size as a gumball? Is that why they fit? They're a little smaller. Okay.
That's actually a Jelly Belly device. Like it comes with a bag of Jelly Bellies for Star Wars. I don't know why Star Wars and Jelly Bellies, but so these are actually, they work with the
What do Star
with
Wars
these
Jelly
batch
Bellies taste like? Do they have like flavors?
They're just
for-
regular Jelly Bellies. It's just it doesn't even like the Jelly Bellies aren't even labeled as Star Wars. They're just labeled as regular Jelly Bellies, but it's in a Star Wars holiday distribution mechanism.
All right, so it's not like Vader's is licorice or stuff like
Nope.
that. Okay.
Nope.
Aunt
Nope,
Veru.
they look like just regular, and they put out. You'll get 3 or 4 in a in a thing.
They got a blue milk flavor.
Probably yes.
For me, it's a big bowl of these. Oh, you can't.
Oh
see.
yeah, yellow Pez, the lemon Pez.
Lemon Pez. Give me a whole bowl of lemon Pez, and I will come to your venue. Although
Nice.
the green screen completely ruins this.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's not green.
That is weird. It's not even close to green. Yeah.
I don't get that. But yeah, that would be me. Or some sort of equivalent. Lemon candy of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Just lemon, man. Even lemon heads, they're fine. They're a little sour. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right.
Zach says, is there a way I could make podcasts for the Frog Pants Network? Just recently started listening to TMS and TWBD. Thanks for the awesome podcast. Be excellent to each other. Not really, Zach. We don't kind of do it that way. People
The
always
only
ask,
way you can do it is by joining season 3 of America's Next Top Podcaster and winning.
Yep. You can squeeze in there and get your stuff on the feed. There's a way, but it's we don't really do that. We never really had like open audition kind of stuff.
No, because it's I mean it's your thing, but I mean it's obviously like a it's not supposed to be like a open crazy network where you don't have any sort of control of the things that get put out by it.
Right.
It's like oh yeah, you're a friend of me. Are you making some stuff? Cool. Why don't you have it as part of our show or whatever?
A lot of times it's like Tom would go, hey, I'm going to just say DTNS is part of the network. You want to do that? Oh yeah, sure. That's fine. Let's do it. So now you hear that at the end of his. It isn't any kind of crazy relationship. It's just a good synergistic one. So
right.
sometimes
that
happens.
Coverville.
Yeah.
Even
Coverville's
though
that
Coverville
way.
predates Frog Pants by about 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. I should have joined Coverville. Should be the other way around.
Yeah, because Coverville's got a big unit.
Yes. So there's that. So yes, Zach, just make a good podcast, and hey, maybe it'll be awesome. And one day I'm going to tell a story that I've never told anybody publicly about a show that was almost here, that wasn't, and that show has gone on. I won't say what show it was. That show has gone on to be the single most popular thing on. I don't want to say because people know what it is.
Wow,
it is
NPR, you almost had cereal?
No, I didn't have cereal. I had something very, very big and possible, and at the last minute, it made. And what they did made perfect sense. So it's not a. There's zero bad feelings about it because it made.
Sure.
I would have done what they did. But let's just say it was huge and is huge now.
Norm Macdonald was almost a Frog Pants producer. What?
Oh man, that'd be amazing. He's only my favorite stand-up comedian. Let's see. Katie Talmo says, if you had to pick the top 5 companies you'd want to work for beside your own, what would they be? You can go with top 2 to save time, she says. All right, top 2. If I could, I would work for... I used to say
like
Blizzard.
Apple for me is a...
Yeah, Apple's
is
a big
good
one.
I'd love to work for Apple, especially as like a... I'd save so much money if I worked for Apple.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, I like Apple as an answer as well. I would have probably said Blizzard in times past, and I may still. I don't know. There's just weird stuff there right now. They're in transition. And it feels funky, and I don't. It's less of that for me. So I don't know. Like maybe Oculus or
Oculus would be a fun one.
some really people doing some really innovative stuff would be cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide like which. It'd be fun to work for one of the bigger 3D printer companies.
Yeah. Some cool hardware thing like that.
Yeah. I mean,
Adobe
kind of fun
maybe?
to work for Tesla because they do have their hands in a bunch of different things besides cars.
Yeah.
Like all these other solar technology and, self-driving deals. And
yeah, I can't think of anything else though.
All right, we better address a question that's coming up in chat before Luke Sightwalker has a conniption fit.
All right.
Because this has been in play ever since Dan's wife made noise with her spoon. But
All right.
what do we call our spoons, forks, and knives in our area of the country?
Silverware, flatware. Sorry, I didn't know you were reading.
Oh yeah, tableware, cutlery, or what?
Silverware here.
Silverware is here as well.
Yeah, my mom would say, get out the silverware. Nobody ever said use the flatware or the tableware or the cutlery ever.
No.
It was always silverware. So.
And cutlery I think of as just knives. Like we've got a thing on our wall, mounted on the wall, that holds all of our cutlery.
Yeah. And Zoe makes a good point. It's not always silver. Well, yeah, it's not always silver. In fact, at our house, I think we maybe had some ancient silverware that was actual silver from some dead great-grandparent or something.
Ancient Chinese silverware, huh?
But we mostly, just have normal-ass metal forks. I don't know what they're made out of.
Yeah.
Nickel or whatever. But we call them silverware, so we just none of those other terms ever came up.
Nope, we'll say plasticware if it's, a spork from Taco Bell, but otherwise it's silverware.
Yeah. And if it's like a picnic where there's going to be plastic stuff, I usually just say, where are the forks? That's it.
Yeah. Right. Yes, exactly.
Because what else do you need,
Yes.
Good one, though, Katie. Here's one from, let's see. Here we go. Carl says, if you could get into one illegal profession and get away with it, what would it be?
Ooh.
Illegal
Get
profession.
into one illegal profession and get away with it.
I mean, for me, that it still has to be something where someone's not hurt in the process. I can't do something that's like...
I mean, is Republican campaigning, is that... Just kidding. Send me your emails. No,
no, I didn't say it. Brian did.
That was me.
Prostitution, no, because people get hurt in prostitution.
Yeah.
Even if, I'm all for legalization of prostitution. This always surprises people. Not because I want to go get it legally. I'm never going to go near it. I'm just saying it will be less people. It's less subterfuge, less trafficking. More legitimacy means less hiding in the shadows, and it means less people get hurt.
And more protection for the women. And
but people still get hurt, so I don't want to be in there.
Right.
For me,
Luke Sightwalker says getaway drivers. Man, that actually would be a blast. I'd love to be a getaway driver.
Yeah, this whole Lyft thing, Brian, this is nothing but
It's
you
really
living out the
it's
fantasy.
A stepping stone.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to pull up to the guys with the ski masks at the bank and pull, they're going to get in and they say, all right, let me know if the temperature's okay for you. If you want me to change the music, I've got charging cables in the back for your phones.
Yeah. I think I like that one, actually. Plus, you don't really know what the crimes are,
Yeah, right.
So the
right.
crime of driving is a pretty
exactly.
victimless crime, except it does have a trickle-down effect. If I'm picking probably... this is hard.
It is. Something with gambling would be for me, but I don't know what, like card counting, maybe?
Yeah, what would it even be?
I'd love, that would be...
I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
I really can't think of anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe...
Oh, yeah. See, the chat room's so good. Running an illegal gaming parlor. So basically having a speakeasy in Arvada that's like got a front that is a maybe a bar or something, and then there's like a door or a secret door bookcase.
Yeah.
And you push a button and the bookcase opens and you go back there and it's like poker room.
That's pretty good. Problem is that happened during Prohibition and a lot of people died as a result. So there's still like none of these are.
No, I'm saying right now.
Oh, you're saying right now? Well, it wouldn't be illegal right now. You could just do it, couldn't you?
No, because you can't have a. I can't just open a casino. I can't just open a poker room. It would be illegal for me because A, I don't have a license, and B, I'm not in one of the counties that allows gaming in Colorado.
Gotcha. Okay, that one works. That one's fine.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, now we're talking. I'll just work there. Brian can be my boss at that place.
Oh, will you wear a cocktail waitress outfit?
Yeah, totally. I'll work in the pits.
Nice. I'll be a pit boss.
Yeah,
sure.
And you can boss me around in the pit. That'd be great.
Change it 200. and you go. All right. All you do. Change it 200. All right.
Yep. All right. But someone's always talking in your ear, and you're on any second you're supposed to kill somebody or something, right? Those pit bosses.
Right. Yes.
I don't know how that works. All right. Twizzlers or Red Vines? Asks Katie again. And how many is too many? Twizzlers for me, and about 5, and then I'm done. Any more than that, and that's a mistake.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I like the red licorice and I like the black licorice, but still Twizzlers for me as well. Red Vines are plastic.
Yeah.
They're disguised as food.
It's just better.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You are so right about that. Oh my gosh, you just said it better than anyone else has. Red Vines are they're bad. They're bad.
They're bad.
They're just bad. Maniacal Industry disagrees. Says red vines are objectively better, you sinners. No, I disagree.
No, you'll notice a lot of other people in the chat room are agreeing with with Twizzlers, like outranking red vines, plastic red vines.
I do like the vigor of his argument, though. I like the.
Yeah, I do too. Yes. Silence, you heretics!
I like the way he's talking about it. All right. How about
halt, sinners?
How about this one? Let's see. That one's weird. Let's do this one. Okay. Monica says, this is Wicked Kitten in the chat. She says, if bacon and turkey bacon got in a fight, who would win?
Well, bacon would. Is there more to the question?
I mean, that's it. That's the question.
Okay. But bacon would win because it's got about 2 pounds on turkey bacon. Like it outweighs. It's like the heavyweight going after the welterweight.
I mean, let's just for a second, let's say that all that sodium and fat and all the stuff you do with bacon that's not good for you. Let's say all of that is a non-issue, and you're just straight up, which one do I want to eat today? You're always picking bacon. I'm not going to pick turkey bacon over that. I take turkey bacon now because it's better for me.
Right.
But probably only marginally. Like it's still processed.
I mean, if there were no calorie considerations or anything like that, then without a doubt bacon.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, let's do one more of these.
Okay. Now, bacon Twizzlers, make that happen.
Let's see. I'm skip ahead here. Okay, no, we're doing it. Okay, how about? Okay, have either of you walked out of or nearly walked out of a movie theater because it was so bad? What made it so bad? Did you ever see it again? So we know this is true because you did.
Yes. Do you remember the movie?
Johnny Mnemonic, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Yes. Speaking of hold sinners,
Yep.
Yeah, that's the movie I actually walked out the theater of, and then we eventually did watch it for Film Sack, and I saw the whole thing.
Yeah. So you literally did his question. You did the whole thing. You walked out and then saw it again later. Mm-hmm. I walked out of what was it called? It's Ted Danson and the guy who does America's Got Talent now and used to do
Howie Mandel.
Yes, and it was called oh shoot. Hold on, I used to know this. I could.
Yeah,
repeat
I'm looking this up.
It's like a really bad movie. So
It's called A Fine Mess.
A Fine Mess. I walked out of A Fine Mess. It was terrible. A terrible movie. Oh my gosh, It was not funny in the least. This was at the kind of the heyday for both of these guys. It should have been good. It wasn't. It was awful, and I left halfway through it, and I've never seen it since, so I don't have that.
You haven't seen the whole thing ever?
No.
Wow. Also features Maria Conchita Alonso, and Paul Sorvino. Guess what? Paul Sorvino plays a mob boss.
Weird.
Wow.
Weird. Yeah. Don't see that every day.
No.
I guess he was
playing against type.
I guess he was a cop on Law and Order, but still.
Richard Mulligan, Burt Campbell is in this, and
yeah,
Dennis Franz from NYPD Blue.
It should have been good. It's it's atrocious.
It's a Blake Edwards thing.
Yeah, it's a stain on man. Mm-hmm. Do not watch it. And if you do, tell me what you think, because maybe it holds up better than I think it does. I don't know. Thank you for your questions, though, everybody. You can send the hashtag on Twitter if you want to ask those questions on the PM edition of the show, just simply with the hashtag AskTMSPM. That's AskTMSPM. Do it today. The entirety of this episode, this extra episode you get a week, is because you guys support us at a certain level over there on patreon.com/TMS. So if you're hearing this and you're going, man, I really like this, well, that's because it's good and because you guys broke that right open and because we're also dumb and give you lots of free cool things. So take advantage of our dumbness and go check it out. Patreon.com/TMS. Support us today. That's going to do it for us. Oh, I would point your attention to frogpants.com/TMS for all your TMS needs. We will now leave you with a song and a request. Brian, what do you have?
Well, at least a request.
Oh. All right.
We'll see about the song.
Okay.
Jim Nash wrote in and said, hey, Scott and Brian, this is the second time that I've emailed in for a request. The last one was on June 10th of 2014. At that time, I was proposing to a fantastic woman, moving to a new city, and starting college at the age of 40. Well, none of it worked out. No, I'm just kidding. He says, it's been one hell of a ride, but I'm comfortable in my new town. My wife is the best, and I couldn't be happier. And I got my bachelor's degree in legal studies just last week. I asked for some 9-inch nails for my birthday way back in 2014 last time. This time, I have a request for some Leah Moraccioli, also known as the dude from Frog Leap Studios, also known as the dude that does metal covers. That guy's awesome, which leads me to the song I would like. He has a great cover of Everything is Awesome from the Lego Movie. If that doesn't work, I leave it to the cover master to pick something fitting. Can't wait to see what the next 5 years have in store for me. Shove the hobo. Cheers, lads. Signed, Jim.
Nice.
Jimmy did a follow-up saying, hey, if my last request was too restrictive, then pick something else. To that I say, no. No, you're stuck listening to this. This is actually really good. And at first I thought it was doing that Cookie Monster vocal thing, but he's not. It's Leo's voice and like a fuzz box or something. This is really cool. Yeah, it's a cover of the song that was originally done by Tegan and Sarah for the Lego Movie. It's a cover of Everything is Awesome. Here is Leo.
We'll see you guys on Monday. Brian will be on the road. I'll be here, and we'll have a show. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
You want some more?
You want some more?